Hello, friends. Welcome back. My name is Ashley, and this is For Dizzy Birds. On this channel, we use a zero-based budget, cash stuffing, and fun savings challenges to help us meet our financial goals. If that's content that interests you and you'd like to see more, then consider subscribing because we'd love to have you join us on our journey to becoming debt-free. With that, let's get into today's video. Hey, y'all! It's Savings Saturday, formerly known as Savings Sunday. We've got a very busy weekend after the very busy week we had last week. It was both of our sons' first week back at school, and also our youngest. His birthday was yesterday on Friday, so we have big birthday plans this weekend. So I've got to film my videos a little bit ahead of time, and so that I can make sure that they get posted when I promise them to you. So this one will go up today, Saturday, and it will take the place of our Savings Sunday. And what we're going to do today, I have lots of fun things planned for videos this week. We're going to do our Savings Sunday, our Savings Saturday normal challenge binder. And then we're also going to have a little bit to save into our Spooky Box challenge. So yay, I have a feeling we're getting close to wrapping that one up. So we'll see how that goes. And then some other challenges, some other videos that are coming very soon after will be a brand new challenge, also from the Box Challenges GB over at Income Babes. We're going to get to check out our Christmas challenge, our Christmas savings box challenge, and I'm even going to set up a couple of new box challenges from Income Babes. So I thought you might want to hang out and see that. But in today's video, we will do our weekly savings challenges and our Spooky Box challenge, and that's what we will do today. Okay, so let's see what we have. So thanks to the hubby's very, very hard work, we do actually have a little bit more this week to save with. We have a total of $150 to save into the binder, which is good because we've got a couple of challenges I'd really like to see get wrapped up. I'm going to go ahead and count the money just to make sure it's correct. And I will speed it up for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30. And 20 makes 150. I'm going to move my little candle. Y'all, as you may already know from some of my videos, if you're new here, newsflash, I absolutely love fall. I am done with summer. I am willing fall into an existence. And so we will have our leaves candle going with all the lovely scents of fall going. It just makes me happy. It makes me feel cozy. So we've got that going. Hopefully I don't catch my prop dollars on fire. Okay, so we have $150 in prop dollars. And if you are new here, I do save my savings challenges using prop dollars instead of real dollars. How that works is I just, after I've paid all my bills and done my budget, whatever I have left over to save, I will transfer that amount into my high yield savings account with Ally. So that amount is already saved in the bank. And then I will take that amount in prop dollars to represent the money going into the savings challenges. And when we complete a savings challenge, if it has a place, an earmark, it will get pulled from that specific bucket in the savings account and moved to where it's supposed to go. So that's how we do our savings challenges. The only thing I really use actual cash for anymore is my wallet. So my actual daily variable spending with groceries, and little saving or little spending things like for the kiddos, toiletries and such. So, oh, and eating out. That's a big one. Those are my big problem areas. So I do keep those in cash. Everything else stays in the high yield savings, making us money. So that's how we do it here on For Dizzy Birds. Let's get into our savings challenges. Okay, so we are about to hopefully wrap up our August savings challenge. This monthly challenge has $100 per challenge, and we've colored in all of our icons except two. We have the sun for 20 and the sandcastle for 20. I am very should we color in both now, or should we be cautious and go ahead and just color one and then see if we have enough to come back and color? the rest. I kind of feel like maybe that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. I'm going to start by coloring the bright sun. Is I think like 110 heat index going to be here today. So, summer very much not over. Squeaky, squeaky. But as I said, I'm over it. So we're doing fall here in the house. All right. So our little sun here is going to cost us $20. If we have enough, we're going to come back and try to finish this one out today. If not, we always have next week. I believe this one is earmarked to go to debt. Yep, this one's going to debt. So we already know where this one's going. And as soon as we get to finish it, we can make a debt payment. So that's great. Let's see how we're doing in our monthly challenge after we add this 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 77, 8, 9, and 80. So that lines out to be 120 more to go. All right, so the back to school challenge has actually kind of become more of a ongoing school expense challenge. Let's go ahead and color in an apple for now. Eventually, I'm going to have to get after a little bit more of this, get it going a little faster, or I'll never get it done. Did you guys see that sloppy coloring? I apologize. It's so not like me. $10 in the back to school savings challenge. Let's see how much we have. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. All right. Ben always has, expenses going on with school, whether that's, special days or, his school lunches. So we always have a need for that type of thing. Oh no. So we notice here that the shut the box envelope is empty because we did complete it on our last savings challenge video. So what does that mean? Well, that means two things. Number one, I did not get this cleaned off and ready to go again. So I think for the first time, we will not play Shut the Box. The good news is I have a ton of other fun things for us to do this week. So I think we'll be okay. We will bring Shut the Box back very soon. So moving on, we have our Hocus Pocus game from Spooky Budgets, one of my favorites, but it's also one of the more dangerous ones. Let me get the cards. Here we go. And let's see. Dangerous because these numbers can be a little bit spicy. And one time I drew more than one card because I was kind of being brave and I paid for it. So today we will start with just one. What do we want? Let's go with this one. Oh, the Fool. All right. Let's see what she's got in store for us. Bring her up here. We'll... $5. Well, that's not too bad. $5 going for the Hocus Pocus challenge. I just realized I forgot my vacuum. Let me get that. You know what? That's life. That's real. Okay. $5 into the Hocus Pocus challenge. We'll be able to put the Fool back in her stack. These cards are so cute. It's so fun. You guys have not seen this set. I don't know if she still has them in stock, but you should check it out, especially if you're a big fan of Halloween or Hocus Pocus like I am. They're just adorable. And since they're laminated, I can reuse them over and over again, and I can guarantee you I absolutely will be doing that. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 62, 63, and 64. And while we're in here, I am actually running low on 5 in my prop dollars. So I am going to borrow some of these. So 5 makes 20, or 4 makes 20. I'm going to take $20 and switch that out. And then 2 5s. So when we do our minis later, I'll have my buyback 5s. Running low. And actually, I have enough to be able to trade these in, but I'm going to wait until we do a cash to condensing. just really needed those 5. So again, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 62, 63, 64. $64 in Hocus Pocus. So far, we will put this card upside down with the rest that we have completed, and we will see what Hocus Pocus has in store for us next week. Awesome. All right, moving on. All right, so if you didn't catch it, I did recently post a video with my physical launch in the Etsy shop, and this is one of the sets that I've launched, the Cute But Creepy set. So we're going to grab a dice here, and we're going to see which one we should scratch. 1, 2, 3. All right. Cute But Creepy wants 2. You know, I'm feeling like I need to scratch another. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Or is 4. All right, so a total of $6. And this one, we'll stop there. We can always come back if we need to. All right, so far in Cute But Creepy, we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, and 27. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to steal these 2 5s or a 10. Still have 27. We'll be able to do our buybacks for minis. Awesome. Okay, Cute But Creepy is done. All right, now to another one of my favorites. This is the Bougie Challenge from Liz and Les. Her sticker challenges are they're addictive. Everybody loves them. If you have been watching videos in the budgeting community, you have surely seen her challenges. Maybe you have some of your own. If you don't, you should go check them out because they're just so much fun. I would collect them all if I could. So this one I couldn't pass up. It's a bunch of bougie ghosts at a coffee shop, getting their coffee while I guess this one's been shopping. And maybe this one's headed to work. I don't know. But we choose a ghost and pay the price next to it. And then if he has a coffee, we're also going to have to pay for that. So I think for this one, I'm going to keep it easy and I'm going to say an even number. So this one here is 10. I'm going to take this one and let's see where we should put this little ghost. I'm feeling like right here on this stool would be nice. And he definitely needs a coffee. This coffee here is 15, so we'll put that there. All right, so $15 going into Bougie. And we're good. Let's see how much we have in here so far. And if I have any 5s I can steal, which I absolutely think I can. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So 2 5s or 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 47, 49, and 50. $50 in our Bougie Challenge with Liz and Les. Hey! Oh my gosh. I just love this challenge. So, how has your week been? How's it been going? Mine was very, very long at work. Lots of happy though. Of course, like I said, we had the boys starting school, so that's always a little bit chaotic, but still fun. And then our little Finn had his birthday yesterday, so he is now 6. And hey, look, we rolled a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that will be a 3. He's very excited to have his family birthday party this weekend. We're gonna meet up with the family and grill burgers and just kind of have a low key 1, 2, 3. A low key day with family. He's very excited. 5. All right, so that's going to be a total of 8 going into Witches Be Crazy, which, if I failed to mention, is another one of the physical product sets that I offer in my Etsy shop, which of course will be listed below, as will all the other creators mentioned today. Oh, and we've got some 5s to steal here. All right, 5, 10, 15, 20. Going to go ahead and take a 20. 22, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. 31. We will resist the urge to condense further until we do a cash condense. Cannot talk. Cash condensing a little bit later on. All right, so this one's going to save us a total of 60. We've only got 4 scratches left. What's going on with these? The little black scratch off stickers are very cute, but they seem to be kind of trying to stick to the inside of these envelopes. I don't know if I've got some moisture or what going on. So if you guys have experienced that, will you comment down below? Let me know, like, if that's normal or is there something up with the stickers? All right, so this one is our Crazy Bat, another one of my sets. 1, 2, and 3. Crazy Bat wants 9 today, and we're going to call that good. Unless we just end up, and let's see if I have a 1 I can peel back. I absolutely do. We're going to take this 1 and put a 10. And let's see how much the bat has going for it. Today, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32, 34, 35, and 36. And we saw those 5s. We're going to take those 4 5s for a 20. Still have our 36 here in our Crazy Bat. And he's going to save us 75 when we're done. All right, moving on to another. This one is sold as a set of 2 in my shop. It's coffee themed, spooky coffee themed. So I don't know if you're a big fan of coffee, but I certainly am, especially pumpkin spice. So I'm a fan. All right, so that's a 5, and we don't even have 5 left to scratch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only wants a 3. Let's go ahead and do that, and then let's scratch another 2. That's going to be 1, 2. And a 5. It's really hard to resist going ahead and completing, but I think we will take it slower. We have lots of challenges to do. And hey, I don't want to go too fast. They're too fun. Okay, so let's see what we have so far in this Witch Needs Coffee. $10, $15, $20, $25, $27, $29, $31, $32, $33, $34, $35, $36, $37. Is that correct? 10, 15, 20, 25, 27, 29, 31, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Yeah, that's correct. All right, we're going to take these 2 5s, grab a 10, condense that, and get our 5s back. All right, moving on to Just a Girl Who Loves Fall. And I do. Do you? Do you love fall? 1, 2, 3, 4. How about 6? Not too bad. Let's scratch another 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 8. All right. You did a thin. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And let's see. Let's vacuum this up. And then let's see what we can condense down. And see how much we have. So how was y'all's week? Did y'all have kids starting back to school? Was it crazy? What's the best part of your week? 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. 25, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. $36 and just a girl who loves fall. It saves 55, so we're getting very close. All right, then we have our roll the dice game, which we have been using as a catch-all. Let's see, how much do we have left? We have still quite a bit left, so I feel like we have the ability to go back through and definitely take care of some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and knock out our August savings challenge for $20. Be done with it. So August will be done in the book and in my heart. I'm done with it. Summer needs to quit. Here where we live, though, it could still be very hot all the way through October, just depending on the year. Sometimes it's cold, but a lot of times it's still very warm. So you never know when Halloween comes around. You never know if your kiddos are going to be wearing coats while trick-or-treating or, burning up in their polyester costume. So you just never know what you got going, what you're in for. So we have a camping trip scheduled for Labor Day. It's a very short camping trip that we have to do because we did purchase a new camper this year, and we have to basically make sure there's nothing wrong with any of the systems and test the water and all that, because then we can take it back to have it repaired within a certain warranty period. So we don't want that to pass. $20 here. And if we did this correctly, we should have $100, which we know we already had 80. So we have just finished our August. Let's go ahead and condense this down a little bit more. 5 tens makes 50. 90. And this is going to be 10. So we're gonna do that over Labor Day weekend, just in a camping spot near us. So we're gonna do that. 50, 70, 90, 100. And then we have a larger camping trip scheduled in October. It's our fall trip. It's one of our absolute favorites to go because we get to go hiking, and it's usually a little bit chillier, so it's sweatshirts and campfires and all of that, s'mores and whatnot. So we're a big fan. So hopefully the weather does us right, and it's either not snowing and icy or like 100 degrees, and we'll get to enjoy that camping trip. All right, so $100 in our monthly challenge. You know what, though? I don't like to take this envelope out because we're actually going to replace this very soon with the September challenge, so we're going to leave that. We're going to go ahead and just paper clip this here. If I'd had the forethought to get a paper clip down. Here we go. So we have $100 in our August savings challenge. Hey, look, I got a bell. Ding, ding, ding. So we completed a challenge today, which means we're also going to get out our ding, ding, ding envelope, and we're going to add $1 to that. So this comes from Donna Powered by Creativity. It's an awesome challenge. It's a freebie you can get off of her YouTube. So if you'll just visit her YouTube and look for her freebie link, she has that there for you. It's great. So we're just going to add $1 for every challenge that we complete. I'm going to do it this year from the time we started the challenge until the end of the year, and then we'll start again in January. So that's what I'm going to do for my ding, ding, ding. So we have that, and we officially have a bell, so yay for that. And then the last thing we do here is we're going to put this in our Save to Sync folder. in with the other challenges we've completed this month. And when we get ready, we will pull all of those out and see what we've saved. All right, so let's see what we can do with the remainder of our money. In this binder, looks like we still have 25 and some ones. So the responsible thing would be to put some money towards the back to school savings challenges, but maybe that's not as much fun. I don't want to rush our Hocus Pocus challenge, but I do think we could probably do one more card in that. So let's pull those back out and see what we have left to do. I'm going to shuffle a little bit. And then pick a card here. All right, this says the Hierophant. All right. And let's see what is in store for us here. We have, I see an 8. Is it only an 8? It's only an 8. Not too terrible. We've gotten done dirty a couple of times by the cards. You know, what you expect from these ornery witches. But so far today, they have not been too rough on us. So we'll put this in here. All right. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, and 72. Look at those waves around. All right. So I'm glad we did another card. We still have some cards to go, so we'll be able to keep having fun with this one for a few more weeks. And then we can decide if we want to start it over or wait till next year. All right. So again, that's Spooky Budgets, their Hocus Pocus card game. All right, cute but creepy. We still have some money. Let's see what we can do here. 1. 5. I'm gonna go ahead and use some of these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're getting down there. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to see. Yep, that's what I want to do. I'm going to take this 5 back, 1's back, and I'm going to take a 10. So now we have 32 in our cute but creepy out of 50. So we've still got 3 more to go. All right, I definitely don't want my bougie challenge to go too fast. So let's skip through and see what we can get done with Witches Be Crazy here. 4, that would be this one. 4 is a 3. Yeah, you know, I like these black stickers. I love the way they look, but they do have kind of like, they almost have a little bit of moisture to them. And so they're just, I don't know. And I'm kind of sad about it because they made some challenges that way. So hopefully nobody's having issues with theirs. If they are, please let me know. All right, so 22, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. 30, yeah. 31, 32, 33. That's a lot of ones. 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Wait, Ashley, come on. $20 right there. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. All right. All right, we're going to leave that one alone. We've got 3 more scratches to go. 34 out of 60. You know what? That means these could be kind of larger numbers. Should we go ahead and get one out of the way? You know what? This one's driving me nuts since it's kind of been scratched a little bit. Yep, that's what I thought. They're a little bit larger. Definitely kind of sticky. All right, we're going to take a 10. Oh, there they are. and take back a 1. And now we've made a little more progress. 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40, 41, 42, 43. 43 out of 60 on Witches Be Crazy. All right. And then this one, the same thing. These are bothering me. What a bummer. Don't like that. I'm wondering if they're just being stored in my house with they have some moisture or something. $7 for our crazy bat. We'll take our last 5 and $2 and add that in. $20, $30, $35, $37, $39, $40, $41, $42, $43 out of 75. It's 4 scratches left to go on that one. All right, now we have $3 left. So this is where our roll the dice challenge comes in. Instead of risking an IOU, no one wants to start out the next week with an IOU. We're going to go ahead and just choose a couple of dice or 1 dice to take care of this $3. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to color in orange for a 3. This one's also in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, it's a digital download. Been pretty popular, and you can use it like this as a catch-all, or you can actually use it as a dice game, and that's a lot of fun too. We'll count those later. There's not a whole lot in there. All right, so we are done with the 150 that we had in here. We did finish 1 challenge, so yay us. That's our monthly challenge. And since next week is still going to be an August week, we probably won't release that. We'll put a little more towards some of these other challenges and try to wrap up the month with as many finished challenges as possible. I'm going to go ahead and close that up and call that good. Put it back where it lives. And then as promised, we're also going to work on Spooky Box today. How much do we have to save with Spooky Box? So last time we played with a very small amount, with $20, and we still had a lot of fun. So let's see how much we have this time. And we'll 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 ones. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 70 and 5s, 80, 90, and 100. $100 to put towards Spooky Box. Let's get our Spooky Box cards. Here they are. We only have a few small cards left to go. And then if we come back here to the back. Oh, did you see that IOU? I did. Had we forgotten about it? I knew we had one. I'm glad I saw it, so we don't end up getting surprised later. And here's our large ones to make the game just a little more exciting. If you guys haven't seen this, or if you're new here, this is the Spooky Box Challenge. This was created by GB over at Income Babes. Absolutely addicted to her box saving challenges. There are other creators that create them, but I just love GB's. So we have the Spooky Box. We've been playing this for a couple of weeks. It's so much fun. She sells it as a digital download. You can print it off. You can laminate it. You can put it however you want in your book. So it comes with these adorable little cards. It's awesome. Check it out if you haven't. I will link it down below. All right. So as I said, I peeked and I saw that we ended last week with a fairly large IOU here of $7. So we need to go ahead and start out by taking care of that. $7 here in our spooky prop dollars going into section 6. All right, let's go ahead then and pull a small card. We're looking for our witch's hat. It's not in section 1, section 2. 3 is done. There it is. Our spooky hat is $9 here in section 4. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can take a 10 and pull a 1. Yep, we're going to do that. So $10 in section 4. I'm getting so excited for Halloween decoration. I have agreed with my husband, that we can officially decorate after Labor Day. So when we get back from our camping trip, I can start busting out the pumpkins and the skulls and all of that. So I'm really looking forward to that. I like to really do it up. I'm going to put this aside because we're done with this one. We're going to put this back. Also, if you're new here, I'm not counting these just yet. I want to be surprised with how much money we save in each section. I just think that makes it even funner. Okay, so this one says pay for a spell, $3. And, you know, there are things that I'm not sure I'm always playing correctly. And I'm not sure if it really matters in the end. You know, really, you're doing it how you want to do it as long as you're saving money. So when I pull this card, it says pay for a spell, $3. There's a couple of different ways I could translate this. So first, I'm looking for the green potion, which happens to be in the same section we were just on, and it costs $6. But if I'm paying for a spell $3, does that mean I'm paying the 3 plus the 6 and putting it in here, or am I paying just 3? When I'm not sure and I have the money to do so, I err on the side of getting saving more. So I am going to, and again, this might not be correct. I'm going to go ahead and save the 6 again plus the 3, and I'm going to put it here in section 4. So I'm going to pull a 1 and put 10 for a total of $9 in section 4. All right, and I'm going to set that one aside and pull another large card. All right, so this is back to our trick or treat challenge, which is right here. And on this one, you can choose, so this is this guy here. We've already saved the 4, so I'm gonna save the next most expensive one, which is $3 to get the big ones out of the way. And I'm gonna color in the bigger ones out of the way anyways. I'm gonna color in that little bucket. And so once we filled in all the icons on all, looks like 6 of these cards, and then four icons on each, then we will have completed the trick or treat challenge. This one's just going to cost us 3. So it's so much fun. Set that aside. All right, here's another trick or treat challenge. This time for this guy. Again, we have the 3 and the 2 to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and choose the 3. You know, if we don't finish today, which I'm sure we won't, we probably have too much to get quite done. You know, next week we might not have as much. So I want to make sure that I am able to play as much as possible. $3 for this guy. But we are getting there. A little bit and a little bit. All right, large card again. Oh, this one means we get to finish one of the rows. So the 2 icon on this trick or treat. I love it. We're finally completing a row for $2. And we will set that aside there. Actually, we can put that one out of the stack altogether because we have completely finished that one. Oh my gosh. You guys looking forward to Halloween? Do you have a lot of trick-or-treaters in your neighborhood? I know one of the neighborhoods we used to live in did not have a lot of trick-or-treaters. So it was kind of sad. You know, we'd buy the big bag of candy and wait for the door to ring. And then, you know, it's not the same as it was when we were kids, which kind of makes me sad. But all right, this here is in section 4, which actually finishes all the icons. So this is a big pile of candy for $5. We're going to cross that off. We're going to grab a 5. And we're going to set that aside. So the icons in section 4 are done. But you never know what these other cards will end up asking you to do. So, you know, it's always kind of a surprise. You don't assume it's done until it's done. But okay, so yeah, our old neighborhood didn't really have many trick-or-treaters, so it was always really sad because I enjoy seeing the kiddos and handing out candy and all of that. But we just didn't get to do much of that. Our new neighborhood, here's our cookies. Okay, so this is 4 for $3, which would mean if we make all 4, which I plan to do, That's going to be $12 for this icon. 3 times 4 makes 12. We have a lot of trick-or-treaters, a lot of kids in our neighborhood, and our neighborhood tries to do kind of things together as a neighborhood, and so that's really fun. So we do it up a little bit more here. I like to decorate. I have a Hocus Pocus theme, and I dress up as Winifred, so that's always lots of fun. I look forward to that. I look forward to finding out what the boys want to be every year. It's just, it's just great. Love it. So I am looking forward to that. And part of, this challenge here that we're doing, I will use towards paying for, the good candy. What kind of candy do you guys do? Do you do the little, I know candy's so expensive, but do you do the little ones? Do you not do candy? Sometimes I see houses hand out little toys, which is nice, especially for the kiddos that can't really, have candy. We always try to be caught, I do have a bucket of little toys if their parents prefer they not have candy, or if they can't have candy or they have allergies. Or so do you do that? Do you have the little candies, or do you do the good candy? The good candy, the big, the full candy bars. I always remember as a kid, we just never really had the ability to do that, and it was always a life goal for me to have the good candy. I will acknowledge that it's a silly life goal, maybe, but the last few years I've always saved up to be able to purchase the good candy. Okay, so this is a this or that, and it's this cookie or this cupcake. What I'm not sure about is what I did wrong, because both the cookie and the cupcake are crossed off, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one, and I'm going to save that amount additional, and I'll put the card aside. So, hey, it's more money saved, no big deal. $4 for the cookie, since he's getting double crossed off instead of the $6 for the cupcake. So yeah, we do like the witch's cauldron and a big spider web with a giant, stuffed spider, and all the purple lights and the fog machines for Halloween. I look forward to doing that every year. All right, trick or treat. So back to this. This is the little, I don't know, swizzle stick sucker things. I don't know what you call those. I'm going to save the next to highest, or the highest one still available, which is 2. I'm going to color in my third bucket. Guys, we're getting so close on this. So close. As you can see, I haven't always let this dry long enough, which is kind of sad. These Sharpies are great because they will clean off of the lamination on these cards, so you can reuse them, but they do not like to come off of the envelopes themselves, so mess that up a little bit. All right, let's do another big card. All right, so this is along the same lines. You look for that particular potion. Or maybe you look for the bat. So here's the potion. Here's the bat. And then it says pay for a bite, $2. So if I were to do it the way I did the other, I would say $4 plus $2 makes $6 for this, or $9 plus $2 makes $11 for this. All right, since I kind of already feel like I'm going above and beyond anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do this one. I'm going to say $4 plus $2 to pay for a bite. That's $6. And put that in section 5, and I'm going to set that sucker aside. All right, another large card. We still have some good money here. Play Spooky Plinko. Yay, we haven't got to play that much. So I'm excited about that. All right, so Plinko is here in the beginning. One of these extra games. Come on. Here it is. All right, so here's the catch. This is Plinko. We're going to roll the dice. We're going to move down the board and pay the amount down at the bottom for whichever potion we land on. The catch is if we get bit by one of the vampire bats or hit the cauldron, we have to pay for an additional bite, which is $2, or spells, which is $3. So fun, fun, fun. Let's get a purple dice. All right, so we're starting with 1. Just gonna put our little birdie here. 6. Gonna put our birdie right below. So far, no bites. Okay, we've dodged it so far. Oh, 6 again. Still dodging. Oh man. 1. We got a spell. Okay, so we have to pay the $3 for the potion and then $3 for the spell. So a total of $6 is going in Spooky Plinko today. Hello, little bird. We'll set you over here. I love that. I want to play that more. I want to play that more. You know what? Let's play that more. Let's play one more time. Okay, birdie, you're coming back. 6. Starting off with a vampire bat bite. So that's $2 right off the bat. Man down. Okay, we'll switch out dice. Pink. 1. Oh, we got a bite and a spell. That's horrible. All right, so we're up to, if that's 3 for the spell and 2 for the bite, we can take a 5. We haven't even made it past the second dice. That is a 2. Right here. 5 is right here. And 5 is right here. So that's $5 for this blue potion here. And we got bit and a spell along the way, so we're going to cross those off. And we're going to owe a total of $10 to Spooky Plinko. Does that mean let's take a break from Plinko? I don't know. I love it so much. We're going to have to eventually play it. I want to play it till we get through all the bites and spells, if that's possible. I don't know if we'll be able to. We'll just kind of see how it goes when we run out of cards. That's hilarious. Play Spooky Plinko. All right. Well, you know what? We're not gonna cheat. That's what it wants us to do. We're gonna do it. The universe says, all right, 3. So our birdie starts here on 3. 3. Still dodging. We're doing okay. 4. Oh, we're still dodging. 6. Woo. Still haven't gotten anything. That is a 3. We got a vampire bite. All right, so $2 plus the $1 for the potion. That's a total of $3. Not too bad. And so far, we've taken care of 3 of our bites and 3 of our spells. All right, little birdie. All right, we still have some money, so let's keep going with our little cards and see what we need to do. All right, search and save. We're looking for our mummy friend here. Here he is. He's $2. Double Trouble Pick an Extra. All right. So this is going to be pick an extra on top of the $2. I can do 5 to make it 7, 3 to make it 5, or 1 to make it 3. I'm going to go with 5 since we have such a good amount today. So our total is going to be 7 for Mr. Mummy here. And that finishes all our icons for section 2. I love these games. You never know what you're going to get. It makes it so exciting. All right. Oh, you know what? This is our very last small card. And they want us to find the Halloween party sign. Just here in section 6, it's $8. The question on the card is, do we want to get extra balloons? And the balloons, I believe, cost $5. Nope, 2. So, do we get extra balloons for $2 each? Which would then make this Let's just do an even 10 for some extra balloons. So 8 plus 2 to make 10 will be our last two fives. All right. And there's the icons on that. Now, the only thing I noticed was that all of our icons are crossed off except this one here, this little pumpkin cookie in section 1. And if I remember correctly, that was one of those cards we pulled the very beginning that I wasn't sure if we are supposed to cross it off or what. So let me see if I can find that card. There it is. Search and save this or that. So I must have chosen the other pumpkin, but that is the card for that cookie. So in order to cross it off, I'm just going to be safe and see if I have. No, I don't even have $3 to give. So I'm going to go ahead. Cannot stand the thought of cheating this little cookie out of his $3, even though I probably already saved what I was supposed to. I'm going to do $2 there and an IOU of $1. So what does that mean? That means that all we have left of the Spooky Box Challenge is these fun additional larger cards that kind of lead us to the Trick or Treat Challenge, the Bingo game, which we've yet to play, and Bites and Spells Plinko, and the 13 Ghosts. So the next time we play Spooky Box, we're just going to be playing these additional games, and we will play those until we've got them wrapped up. So we'll put this $1 IOU here, and then we will be pretty close to done with that. Awesome. Okay, so I will get everything cleaned up and ready to go for the next time so that we can maybe finish up Spooky Box next time. If not, it'll be very soon after that. So I'm very excited. I hope you enjoyed our savings challenges today. I had a lot of fun. If you did like the video, please give it a like. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel so that you'll be able to see our future videos and be notified when our next one's coming out. Speaking of our next one will be our new challenge, our Christmas box challenge from Income Babes. I'm going to show you that. We're going to get to play that for the first time. And I'm also going to take a little bit of time to set up 2 new challenges in their binders. So I thought you might want to hang out for that. So be looking for that. And then, of course, also we will have our Monday minis video as always. And if I remember correctly, we were very close to completing some challenges. So maybe we'll get to complete those on Monday. All right. So with that, I will say, y'all hang in there. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.